Hello and welcome back. Today's video is going to be all about hyaluronic acid and my experience with it. Everybody's skin is very different, but these are just my experiences. You may have experienced similar and know that you're not alone. I have been trying out products with hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid? Yes, I think I'm saying that right. I've been testing out products with hyaluronic acid in it for quite a few months. It seems to be the in product at the moment. It's good for anti-aging, it helps your skin get more moisture and things like that, so I thought definitely worth checking out. The first product I tried out was the Hyaluronic from Indeed Labs, and I picked this up while it was on offer in Boots. And when I initially started to use it, my skin was fine. I didn't notice any improvement as such. After maybe just over a week or so, I started to notice I got irritation around my chin. I was getting wee dry patches, and I thought, considering I'm using hyaluronic acid, excuse me, my skin should have been less dry and more moisturized. So I eased up on my use of this and my skin started to get better again and less breakouts. It was just the fact that I would get really random dry breakouts where the skin was clearly dehydrated and was coming up and giving me spots because it was angry and wasn't getting the moisture it needed, unfortunately. So I eased up on my use of this and sort of put it to one side for a while, and my skin was a bit better, and I thought, well, maybe that's just not the product for me, because this is a gel consistency. I'm sure you've all seen it before, and it is slightly, yeah, it's a clear gel. I don't know why I'm looking to see if you can see it in the camera. It's slightly tacky of itself, but it smooths on really nicely onto the skin, and it does dry down and everything, so if you're worried or if you want to, you can wait till it dries down before you apply your moisture, and it does dry down pretty quickly, your moisturizer I should say. But yes, so you can see there it doesn't really do anything, it just sinks into the skin. So how hyaluronic acid works is that it binds with moisture, with water, you know, so it will have a really thin layer on your skin. This is, I'm being really simplistic here, so I will leave links down below on hyaluronic acid, how it works, and some more information basically that I found out and I found useful. I will link all of that down below in the down bar. But how hyaluronic acid works in really simple form is it adds a layer on your skin and it will bind with water, so therefore making it available for your skin to absorb. So therefore making your, you know, the whole claims where it allows your skin to absorb 1,000 times more water and all this kind of stuff. That's how it works. It basically makes that moisture available to your skin to absorb. We have hyaluronic acid naturally in our body, but the stuff that you get in products isn't absorbed into the skin. It is too big of a molecule to be absorbed into the skin and through the dermal layers. So this already exists in our body, but it depletes as we get older. So there's your little rundown of how it works. This product, unfortunately, as I said, didn't really work for me, but I kept hearing it's a long-term product, it's a long-term product, you should really give it a go. So I thought, well, maybe I'm using it in the wrong way, because there are lots of different ways to get hyaluronic acid to apply to your skin. So I tried the Advanced Night Repair from Estee Lauder, and I had quite a few samples of that. You would have seen it in my empties. I don't have them to hand to show you, but again, it has hyaluronic acid in it to help with moisture levels and this kind of thing. So I tried that, and I noticed pretty much immediately, within sort of 2 days, that my skin started to get much drier, much more papery feeling, and I was actually getting dry patches, which is quite a rarity for me. I've generally skin that errs on the side of oiliness. Even during winter, when my skin is drier, I still have oiliness. So I was getting more dry patches again along these areas, along my chin and my jawline and these sort of places, and again with the breakouts that went with it. So after I finished, I basically stopped using the samples. I got my way through 2 samples because you only need a small amount of the serum, and I was just using it at night time. I wasn't using it twice a day, and I thought, well, it can't be this, it can't be the hyaluronic acid. Surely, you know, it's having the opposite effect to the one that's claimed. So stopped using that because I finished it up, and my skin started to clear up again and get better and was less dry of itself. My skin's still slightly recovering from the whole dryness. So my 2 forays into the hyaluronic acid world failed, unfortunately, and I thought I would go back for a third just to be really thorough. I went with the Nivea Anti-Age Night Cream, and this has got short chain hyaluronic acid, and I thought, well, that might be easier for my skin to deal with. Maybe it wasn't particularly liking the way the molecules were made up, so maybe it would be easier for my skin to deal with the short chain version. And I like this. This is a lovely, lovely cream. It's not too heavy, it's not too thick. It goes on really well. I've always had a soft spot for Nivea products because my granny used them for a great many years and had lovely, soft, beautiful skin. This goes on fine. It doesn't leave a heavy residue or anything on my face, which I really liked. And this I've had more success with than the other two products. It's still not something I can use every night. And I'm not sure why my skin is reacting the way it is, but hyaluronic acid seems to draw the moisture from my skin. This has been known to happen with hyaluronic acid in particularly arid climates, so where it's very dry, and it can't draw moisture from the air, it will draw it from your skin. So I did a bit more research because, as I said, I've been getting these products and I thought, you know, maybe I'm just not having it, I'm not using it the right way. So I did a bit more research and discovered other ways of applying the various serums and gels. You apply it to damp skin and it works a bit better and this kind of stuff. And I tried it with gel formula, serum and moisturizer. And I tried it on dry and damp skin. And unfortunately, this product just doesn't seem to work for me. I never really hear very many people talking about having an adverse reaction to hyaluronic acid. That's the only reason I'm doing this video, is because I want other people that may have similar issues to myself to be aware that it's entirely fine if this product doesn't work for you. So what I can gather and the things I've tried to piece together, because there's no solid information on why it would necessarily not work apart from arid climates. I live in a coastal town, so I would assume that the air is thick with moisturizer, or moisture, not moisturizer, that would be weird. But I'm maybe thinking that the water is quite hard in my area, so it is quite harsh water. Great for my hair, it leaves my hair super shiny, but it's quite harsh on my skin. So I thought maybe my skin's dry from that, and maybe because the air is full of salty air, it's not just, it's very salty water in this area, so I thought, well, maybe the air is thick with that, so that might not be good. And throw in that we've had particularly cold weather and our heating has been on a lot at work, so it's going to be very dry at work, and I generally have really dry hands and all this kind of stuff, so I think there's a combination of factors against me. I'm sure there's other people in my area that have great fun with hyaluronic acid, just not for me, unfortunately. What it seems to have done is draw moisture from my skin rather than the surrounding area. So my plan of action, I'm going to keep hold of these two products. I'm not going to chuck them just yet, and I'm thinking maybe in the summer when the air is maybe less dry, less harsh, that I might try it again and might have an entirely different outcome. Fingers crossed, that would be good. But in the meantime, I have continued to do a bit more research. Now, I have found that a few people, instead of using hyaluronic acid products for their anti-aging, because that was my main thing, it was anti-aging, I was getting more wrinkles along here and I wanted something to help my skin look a bit plumper and a bit more bit more moisturised. I'm getting all my words confused today, I'm very sorry. But anyway, after a bit more research, I discovered retinol. And this was the in product or ingredient in product a few years ago, and now it's on to hyaluronic acid, but we can still get retinol. So I went to, if I turn it the right side up, this is the Dermic R, and this is La Roche-Posay's version, and it's the dermatological anti-aging treatment, and it's an intensive treatment. So it's for marked lines, deep wrinkles, premature skin damage. I have a bit of skin damage. Well, I don't think it's skin damage in that sense. I have a whole heap of freckles and they're all just joining together, and I have that on various places across my face, so it looks discoloured, but I don't know, I'm not sure if this will help with that. But I got myself this little tube. So far I've not had any bad reactions to it at all, and I've been using it every third night. I'm due to use it tonight actually. And the morning after I use this, my skin is so soft to the touch, and it's, you know, it really genuinely does feel really nice on my face. This has, I think it's the 3% retinol, because with retinol you know you can only get 3% without a doctor's prescription, and I believe that this is it. I did have it somewhere on the box, but I've forgotten it now, or in my research. This also something you should be aware of. They say that you don't put it on in the morning because it has vitamin A and things in it, and that will get broken down by the sun. So you use it as a nighttime treatment. As I said, I'm using it every third night. I will up that to every other night from next week. But use this at the night time, and then the next day you have to be very aware that you need an SPF. So I've been using my Eucerin, which is SPF 50, on those days where it's definitely a very warm day. Oh, the camera's not going to focus. There we go. On a very warm day, I will always make sure I put this on anyway, but particularly when I've used retinol the night before, I'm very aware of my skin. And for those days where, like today, it's really grim and grey and blech outside, I will still put on this. This is SPF 15 for my face. Both of these are made for your face. So this has got a mattifying fluid, and this is just a medium SPF with UVA, UVB. It's a dry touch face fluid. So they're both okay on my face. They don't cause any irritation. So that's all I really wanted to say, was that I have thoroughly tested out hyaluronic acid in 3 different forms. I have tested it on damp skin and dry skin. I have given it quite a few weeks to work, more to my skin's detriment, but it doesn't seem to work for me. However, I'm using retinol, and hopefully I have found an anti-aging product that will work for me. I heard it from Siobhan on Let's Makeup, and I've heard Wayne Goss talk about it. Who else? I think I've even heard Lisa Aldridge talk about it, and a few other people. So there are quite a few people still talking about retinol, which is good. But I'm going to stop now. A bit of a waffly video, but this was just to make people aware that it is okay not to get on with a product, and you will always know your skin better than anybody else. So listen to your skin. I've gotten better at that. I had for a long time, until I sort of felt that I needed to make more use of hyaluronic acid. It was kind of shoved down my throat. But I've come to realise that it's not right for me. It is not the product for me, and that's unfortunate. I've spent the money on these products, I've bought them myself, and they've just not worked, unfortunately. But I will continue using my retinol. I will let you know how I get on with that in a few weeks. I'll do a proper review on that. If you have any questions, please let me know down below. I'm sorry if I'm not all woohoo in this video. I haven't been feeling well today, and I just came home and I've been sleeping, and I retouched my makeup, which I think I did okay. I don't look too dodgy, do I? But I'm just not 100%, so I'm sorry if I'm a bit flat. Somebody mentioned on a video that I wasn't all, are you okay? You seem a bit tired. I am a wee bit tired. I've been a bit unwell, but I will be fine. But that's enough of me waffling. So thank you very, very much for watching. Please like if you like, please subscribe if you like, and I'll see you in my next video.